I'm Jenny Madcore, the county attorney, and I'll be conducting the oath this morning. So can you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I'll do it in small chunks so it's not like Thank you, Tasha. I, Shannon Singleton,
I, Shannon Singleton,
do solemnly affirm
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Home Rule Charter and the laws of the County of Multnomah,
the Home Rule Charter and the laws of the County of Multnomah,
and will faithfully and honorably conduct myself in the Multnomah County Commissioner District 2,
in the Multnomah County Commissioner District 2,
to which I have been elected
to which I have been elected
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
There you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm going to try not to cry, and I see I'm going to step back from this. I'm just going to start out and be real. I'm going to be transparent because Shannon is a powerhouse. You guys picked the right one for this job. I met Shannon back, I think, in like 2013 at the Safe Women's Shelter. I drove in from Salem for an interview, and I was late for my interview. But I remember one question she asked, and that question was, where do you want to be 5 years from now? And it was about 4 women in there that worked in the shelter that was interviewing me. And one of them was kind of boisterous. I won't say her name. But when I answered the question, I said, I want your job. Shannon gave me the job for that reason. But the other workers didn't understand the power of not wanting to be in the same position for 5 years. Shannon is a visionary. She's a leader. Shannon takes on tasks and she works them to the fullest. She cares about our community. She cares about people. I didn't have to Google her, but I did just to see what they said. And it kind of bothered me because all they said was social work. That was the biggest thing that stood out. This woman is more than a social worker, okay? This woman is a leader. This woman will implement policies and procedures and make sure they're done the correct way. This woman she cares about our community, not only the homeless, not only the people middle class. Shannon Singleton cares about everything and everybody. I believe that she can do this job. I was on her campaign and she ran it well. But one thing I want to say before closing, because I don't want to cry and I'm not going to be here long. They used to say, and they still say, behind every good man is a good woman. But I'm going to change it around. I'm going to say behind every good woman is a good man. And I just want you guys to give hands out to Titus, her husband, because I know there's many days, many nights that Shannon had to be gone. Shannon had the computer and probably went to sleep with it, and he stood right there by her side. So I salute you as well, sir, because without you, there probably wouldn't be a Shannon. I love you, Miss Singleton, and it's time to go to work.
Thank you, Perlia Bell, just absolutely amazing woman as well. I do just want to take a couple of minutes here to just share a little bit. I'm just so excited. This is a little bit overwhelming. And I just want to tell you that growing up in the Philly area, this was never something that I imagined would happen. After a couple of decades of working in housing and human services in the Portland area, I really got tired of hearing politicians give reasons why they wouldn't do something right. And I decided instead of being mad at them, I would join them. And so I reached out to a friend and asked about what it's like to work in a political office. I had been the executive director at Join, where if folks know anything about homelessness, everything is political around homelessness. So I was around politics, but never on the inside. And that's where I had an opportunity to work for Governor Kate Brown, where I was initially her housing advisor, and went on to be her Director of Equity and Racial Justice. And I can tell you it was very different on the inside. We were working through the pandemic. We were working through wildfires. We were working through Donald Trump. We were mourning George Floyd and trying to find reason in this world. It was hard, but it taught me a lot. It taught me that if you want to change the world, you have to start at home. You have to put your ego aside and admit that you might be wrong. You have to recognize that your neighbors might be on the other side of politics, but they're still the people with 2 little kids who lose their basketball on the street every week. And if you can set aside politics, you can have a damn good time watching the game with each other. We don't have to agree about everything to agree on one thing. We love this place. And if we can get there, we can get anywhere. I want to thank a number of folks in the audience today. Perlia already started with my husband Titus, who has been the person to bring me food while I'm stuck at the computer all day. To go to many events with me. I just appreciate you and I love you. My friends, a number of them here who worked tirelessly as volunteers on my campaign, and my former employer, John L. Bell, Willie Myers, and Elizabeth Mazzara Myers. There's a lot of people who stood by me through really hard times on the campaign, including Jenna Basner and Christian Gaston, and my future colleague, Megan Moyer, who she and I had a lot of opportunities to connect on the campaign and support each other. And then there's a joint office briefing today, so I look at a number of folks who are my former friends and colleagues, and just really look forward to working with you all again in this new capacity. And I see in the back Stephen Herrera, who also was volunteering and helping on my campaign. Just a really beautiful community-led grassroots campaign that took a lot of hands, and I appreciate everyone who stepped in. You know, Commissioner Beeson called me after the election with some bad news. Because I was filling a vacancy, I had to start on December 2nd. That was good news for him, by the way. And I'll tell you, it's been a whirlwind wrapping up a career and staffing a new office in the matter of a couple of weeks. I wouldn't recommend it, but then again, maybe I would. Because I'm taking a seat here with 4 incredibly talented women who are dedicated to serving the place they love and the call home, and who have welcomed me so warmly. And if you have to hustle a little bit to take a seat like that, you probably should. And you know what? I'm just kidding. I was ready last week. Now let's get some stuff done. Thank you.